Hi, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little different. So, from request from my dad, I decided to draw a fire-breathing dragon. So I'm going to start by drawing the head. I wanted to make it from like a front view, like it's looking down, and I'm going to draw a small person, like a soldier that's going to be fighting it. For the shape of the horns, I couldn't quite get it right, so I leave it like this for now and come back to it. On the eyes, I went over and over and over, and I just couldn't get it to look right. So I'll skip through some of that in a minute. Now, I thought that the face just looked a little empty, so I added some scales going down the front. And then I come back to the eyes. So I'm trying again on the horns, and the wavy look really just isn't going good for me. So I decided to change it again. So you'll see a lot of things change in this drawing before it's finished. Okay, so now that we've skipped through that part, I decided to actually do like a swirl for the horn, because I thought that looked a little different, and I don't see that many dragons with this type of horn. So now I'm going down with the neck, and since we're looking at it from a front view, I have it pretty much just going straight down and then into the legs. I had drawn it too big, so I had to shrink it a little. Now I'm going to make the small soldier. I started to draw his body, but then I just couldn't get it to look right, so I ended up adding like a traveling cloak on him. I wanted to make it look like he'd been in battle, so I decided to make the bottom a little tattered looking. Okay, now back to the dragon. I wanted to give him some sort of like chest plate, but I couldn't figure out exactly how to do it, so you'll see me correct it the way I'm going to leave it later. I wanted to make the dragon look really intimidating and large, so I decided to make his wings fully spread out. Okay, so now I'm going to finish the dragon's leg, so I moved over my little soldier so I would have room to draw. I didn't think the way I had it looked quite right, so I tried to make it wider, but it still didn't look exactly how I wanted it to. Here I begin trying to correct that chest plate. Then I went for this attempt where I made his legs sort of bent, but I didn't really like that, so I erased that and redo it. Okay, now I'm going to be working on his back legs. I wanted to add his tail in somehow, so I decided to make it swerve around like it was capturing the soldier. But later I changed it a little, so you'll see that whenever I do that. I wanted to continue the scales that was on the head all the way down the back, so I imagined it going down the back and then around onto the tail as well, so I added that in. I'm still trying to get those legs to look right. And this is what I settled on for the chest plate. Okay, I decided to shrink it so I can add in more of the wings and make the tail look long. Okay, so after many attempts at the tail, I decided to skip through that agony so you wouldn't have to watch. So I'm going in to try to correct the back legs a little because I felt like it looked too much like a pet, like a dog or something, but I ended up leaving them the way they were. At first I changed his eyes, but then I just put them back the way they were. Okay, I realized I had erased my person, so I decided to add him back in here. Now I'm extending the wing. Now I realized I had added in another, limb to the wings, and so I had to change that. Now I'm going in for the liner. first I thought about making him like swirl around like the tail was twisting, but that just didn't look right, so I decided to make it go straight across. Okay, now time for the coloring. I wanted to put a twist on the typical fire-breathing dragon, so I decided to make it blue. For the eyes, I wanted to do something different, so I'm making it look like its eyes are like glowing. I wanted to make it almost look like fire. Now I'm doing some scales. I felt like it just looked too flat to look like a reptile like a dragon. This takes a while, so I'm going to skip through some of that. Okay, now I'm filling in those scales that go down the front and around his back. Adding some highlights. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of his body. Now I'm filling in his chest plate. I'm going to add some more highlights like I did on the horns, and some shading. I'm going to go ahead and add shading to the rest of the dragon, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Finishing up those scales, I'm going to go ahead and do the larger scales I had done all the way on its face and down the tail. Now I'm going to color in the little soldier. Okay, for the wings, I wanted to do something that looked a little bit cool, so I wanted to make it like a gradient going from light to dark all the way down to the tip of the wings. So I'm adding in all those colors, and then I'm going to use the smudge tool and try to blend them. It was actually really hard to get them to blend smoothly, so it took a lot of tries. I ended up leaving it like this. Comment down below if you have any tips or tricks on how to make it blend better. I went ahead and added in a background for some reason before I did the other wing. I'm not really sure why that is, but I didn't really know exactly what to make it, so I just thought I would make it with like some light coming from the background. And then I'm fading that into the rest of the color. Okay, I turned that off while I finish this other wing. So I'm going to try to do the same thing on this wing. Once again, I had to go through the struggles of getting it to blend correct. Okay, I'm cleaning up the edges where I had smudged it into the wing part. So I'm adding some detail into the flat part of the wing. And then I had accidentally smudged some of that color from the limb part, so I had to clean that up. Okay, now I'm cleaning up some of the edges, and to see them better, I decided to go ahead and put the background back in. decided to make the spikes a lighter color to match the ones on the wings. I'm adding a little bit more shading to make it look more natural. Time to sign it. And done. I know today's video was a little different, but let me know if you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to draw next. Bye!